A very good Wednesday morning to everyone out there across Wobbles country. Landon here with you in the driver's seat to bring you your weather or not forecast courtesy of Ohio Valley Insurance. Folks, the long story short, we have an extraordinarily active weather pattern that is right here on the doorstep for us. It's going to be taking us through the weekend and on into the at least early days of next week. We got a variety of things we're going to be covering here, folks. Starting off, we got us socked in underneath the cloud cover this morning. We should see the clouds decrease as the day wears on. We're going to be able to catch our breath throughout today and on into our Thursday as well. But after that, folks, gear up. Some of the things we're going to have to mention and talk about: widespread rain showers, gusty winds. It looks like a wind advisory will be in store on Friday. The opportunity of falling temperatures and a flash freeze. Of course, we got the possibility of a big snow event early next week, and then the potential for real-time temperatures in sub-zero readings. It's a good old ride on the Kentucky weather roller coaster, folks, so let's jump right into it. Looking over the Wide Scroll Weather Nest Cam, WKU and Bowling Green, it is cloudy. We got overcast skies out there. A little bit of patchy drizzle you're going to have to deal with this morning. The good news is temperatures have remained above freezing. So we're expecting a little more than just some wet pavement out there on the morning commute. Getting a look over the Beach Tree News Sky Cam overlooking Morgantown. Clouds continue to have us socked in there as well. It's going to be like this throughout a good chunk of the morning before some breaks of sunshine finally arrive as we work into this afternoon. Temperatures are holding right around the mid-30s region-wide. They've been holding right around this area throughout the overnight, folks, and that is music to our ears because we have remained above freezing. Not expecting any slick spots out there. Ground temperatures are even warmer than what we're seeing as far as air temperatures are concerned as well. So that's worth taking note of. Taking a look at the surface map, we had the activity throughout yesterday. The wind advisory that was in effect actually still is for a couple of more minutes if we're being honest. But taking a look here at the latest surface map, the cold front associated low pressure has now been displaced well to the north and east of the region. Winds will be brisk and out of the west today. That'll be suppressing highs to right around the upper 30s to lower 40s. So the temperature readings we're seeing right now is not going to be budging too much here as we work throughout the midweek time frame. Let's jump right into it, folks. Let's get right down and into it. Working throughout today, gradually decreasing clouds as we work into this afternoon and evening. Then we're going to get into our Thursday, folks, and high pressure to our east, clockwise flow. Low pressure to our west, counterclockwise flow, is going to be shoveling in winds out of the south. Southerly winds coinciding with rays of sunshine throughout our Thursday is going to warm us up rather significantly all the way up between the low to mid 50s, and then attention turns to our next weather maker. Widespread rain showers will be arriving here out of the south and west, folks. This deepening low pressure system is going to have a very tight pressure gradient with it. Sound familiar? We were just talking about this a few days ago, folks. We're looking at nearly a carbon copy repeat pattern forecast working into the Friday and Friday night and Saturday time frame than what we experienced yesterday, rolling into today, although there are a few differences. So widespread rain showers throughout our Friday. Folks, we're talking southerly winds again on the cusp of 40 to 50 plus miles an hour, all right? It's just the way it is. The tightening pressure gradient will be with us, and then pulling off to the north and east with wraparound moisture on the backside like we saw last night. Some flying flurries out there, maybe some scattered light snow showers or sleet to come along with that. So let's go ahead and let's break this down. Let's talk about the Friday time frame. Here we are working throughout our Thursday night. Here we are working into our Friday morning. And by 3 a.m. on Friday, folks, we already have the short-term guidance suggesting readings of 40 plus miles an hour in the wind gust department. Again, I am anticipating another wind advisory being issued for our Friday. Then we work throughout the mid-morning hours on into midday. Look at these readings this thing's spitting out. Now, it's not a guarantee that these magnitudes of velocities of wind speeds are going to be achieved, but it is worth noting this signal is coming in stronger than what we had yesterday. So again, secure the loose lawn decor out there, tie down God's Frisbees, aka trampolines, the whole 9 yards, if you want to keep those and they're not displaced whenever you wake up on Saturday morning, okay? So we work into our Friday afternoon and evening, and we continue, folks, and the winds stay very strong, but by this point in time, they're turning out of the north and west and going to be ushering in a much colder air mass. On that note, take a look at the temperatures throughout this same time frame. Rolling into mid-afternoon on Friday, folks, we're going to have readings right around the low to mid-50s. And then over the course of roughly 6, maybe 9 hours, readings are going to be all the way down into the upper 20s and lower 30s. Folks, that's nearly a 25-degree plummet in a 6 to 9 hour period. This could result in what's known as a flash freeze, where any lingering moisture on the pavement out there immediately goes into a black ice phase, okay? So we will have to pay close attention to that. It's somewhat of a rare event, but right now what models are showcasing, we could see temperatures plummet that fast to where we could see that experience, okay? So that is worth taking note of as well. Now let's go back to the model runs. Let's talk about what everybody wants to focus on, right? That's the opportunity of a significant winter weather event unfolding in the late weekend, early next week time frame. The latest guidance showcases this weather maker bows off to our north and east, folks, but look at the 540 freeze line digging well down to our south and east by the time we roll into sunrise on Saturday. It continues on it throughout the daylight hours of our Saturday as well, so the cold air is getting locked in. We need the cold air before we can get any meaningful snow that's going to be on the ground. In this scenario, with what guidance is hinting at, we are going to have the cold temperatures in place, okay? Confidence is high in that regard. A little bit less confidence is the exact placement of the deformation and heavy banding of snow to the northwest side of this developing low pressure system. In the Sunday afternoon into Sunday night time frame rolling into our Monday is still the time frame that we are honing in on and watching for the potential for a significant snow event to impact the Wobbles community as well as a good chunk of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. We got the warm conveyor belt bringing up the moisture, dumping it on the backside of the low where the sub-freezing layer exists, where the cold conveyor belt dives down, drop the liquid precipitation through the thick sub-freezing layer, bam, you get sleet, but mostly with what we're seeing here, snow that can be pretty high on the ratio scale as it falls, okay? So taking note of this, looking at the Sunday night into Monday time frame, I want to jolt back over here to our temperatures and what guidance is showcasing. We work throughout our Saturday, folks, and we simply creep right at and just above freezing, and then very quickly rolling into our Sunday night, into our Monday morning, readings on sunrise Sunday right around the upper teens to lower 20s. We roll into Sunday afternoon, folks. Guidance does not having us getting any higher than the mid-20s. If you want a significant snow, you want this model temperature forecast to come to fruition, okay? So we're not going to be battling a warm nose or anything of that nature that could cut down on our totals. Then we roll into our Sunday night, whenever the event could start, all the way down into the teens. And then depending upon if we get a snowpack Monday, it's pegging our highs Monday afternoon in the mid-teens across the entire region. Also known as any snow that does fall, folks, it's not going to be going anywhere. It's going to be hanging around here, folks, and models are trying to take into account somewhat of a snowpack Monday night into Tuesday morning. Look at this. We could be looking at the possibility of a low of 0 degrees by sunrise Tuesday morning. Some of us, folks, could be down into sub-zero real-time temperature readings with wind chills diving all the way down to 10 plus below zero. So we're going to need to watch this pattern extraordinarily closely, folks, with this wide variety of impacts that we have coming down the pipeline, all right? Now, what everybody wants to mention and talk about, we're still going to be holding off on, but we want to show you this particular run and model map. This is an ensemble map. The GFS is bringing in the probability of us seeing at least 1 inch of snowfall. And this has been wobbling anywhere between the 40 to 60% probability of this coming to fruition. We're looking at the latest probability map here. It's got us anywhere from roughly 40 to 45% probability of seeing at least an inch of snow on the ground. Now, folks, you have to take into account we are still sitting 5 to 6 days out from this event, so models are still not coming to a complete agreement on what exactly is going to unfold. But you can see here, folks, any displacement of that surface low off to the north or off to the south will have drastic implications on our sensible weather that we get in here in the Sunday night to Monday time frame. If the low is displaced too far to the north, we're going to get jolted by a warm nose coming in out of the south. We might not get in on any wintry precipitation. But if we hold the low down across the deep south, we could see what guidance has been hinting at over the past several days, the opportunity at a significant winter weather event for us, okay? Jumping back in the short-term time period, progressing from today and then working all the way through Friday evening, we can anticipate another additional 1 to 2 inches of total rainfall coming out of this system, okay? Again, this is valid through Friday evening. And then whenever we talk about the possibility of winter weather and the impacts that we're looking at, the latest from NOAA is showcasing that we could be anywhere on the cusp of a 10 creeping up towards a 20% probability of seeing moderate impacts unfold throughout this winter weather maker. So folks, as we continue to roll over the upcoming days, guidance continues to come in, we're going to get a much better idea of how this system is going to behave and evolve and exactly what we can anticipate. So obviously, of course, as always, we'll be updating across our outlets as necessary. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, all that good stuff. Drink it in, right? It always goes down smooth. Take a look at the next 5-day weather forecast, folks. Cloudy this morning, maybe some spotty drizzle, brisk westerly winds with some sunshine this afternoon, upper 30s to lower 40s for highs. Enjoy tomorrow, folks. Soak in that vitamin D as much as you can. Southerly winds raise the sunshine, mid-50s for highs. Widespread rain showers Thursday night throughout our Friday, all but guaranteeing a wind advisory will be issued for those extraordinarily strong southerly winds we are anticipating. Very breezy and a changeover to colder temperatures on Friday night will result to a possible transition to light snow. Saturday, breezy and frigid with lower 30s for highs. Mid-teens for Saturday night, and then you see it, folks. Sunday into Sunday night on into Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We currently have snow showers with highs not escaping the upper teens to lower 20s. That'll wrap up your Wednesday morning weather or not forecast brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance. Folks, keep up with the latest. Stay weather aware here over the upcoming days. We'll be right here with you, updating as necessary. You will have a phenomenal